Peace.
That's not understood. About what we do. Anybody. Okay.
Oh, I'll give me a card. I'm not in here.
Nobody's coming to say. Nobody's Anybody else? All right, line up your babies.
The record is where you get the ball. You need to line up.
All being born, killed, destroyed, or devoured. A lot of y'all may not got this like that, so I'm not going to get up there and speak on how you got it. I'm going to tell you how I got it. It ain't going to be what you building. You talk about building, that means that everything that you say, when you destroy you, because we destroyed that which was so we got to come out the back. I'm not going to concentrate on a lot of things that what you say to make it seem like I'm opposed. All I'm going to say is, I don't know your father here. 1980, it's all about that year at the college. Took my high school diploma and showed me because the real teaching of the law was about us teaching the young, and it was about us teaching them that we need to be educated. Educated, not in the sense of the vocabulary, but educated in the sense of the original man.
Okay, what he's wearing?
Just as much as we eat it.
Peace, y'all.
It's just as much as we eat it, trade. And all you want us to be able to live. I don't know how many of y'all know about the boys and Booker T. Wars did about the boys saying that if we all went to 10 of us went to school and got an education, we would have the ability to be able to bring up the rest of our nation. We know that nowadays it's not true.
Oh, I got you.
Now, the word is that we only 5%. Yeah, we 5%. But you better believe before Allah returned home, he said that we the nation of the gods and earth. Stop letting people lead you in the wrong direction. Stop allowing the 85% because a lot of y'all that's amongst us is still 85%. It's only 5% of us that's 5%, and we the ones that put in the work all the time. Not some of the time, all the time. No matter where we go. Because we are universal gods. Not the Medina gods, not the Mecca gods, not the Pilar gods, not the Savior's Island. Now justice, we the universal gods. And it show and prove itself. Just like I was walking up the steps today and I ran into a brother from Now Justice. And when I mentioned my name, he went to put me on the phone with a young guy that I taught while I was in there. Because if you teach them right, whether they come around or not, they gonna keep doing their job. Stop becoming religious. Stop getting caught up on traditionalism. The Father died in order for us to live. They say Allah still lives. The older we get, the more religious individuals get. What you talking? You talk about some smoke in the sky? I don't care whether you go to the mosque, I don't care whether you go to the temple, I don't care where you go. Ain't nobody else standing up and saying, I'm a true and living God in the flesh. You know how much weight that is to hold? It was easy when it was a bunch of us all running around and it was like a fad and a style. Because how many of them brothers did you know from back then that you've been around? 90% of them don't come here no more. I don't care what you do, because like the father said, we was all gonna go into different areas. And individuals that got the knowledge and they left and they went to the church. Some of the brothers is in the church and they got sisters dressing more refined than some of the sisters that's coming here right now. I don't know about what God said about no earth teaching them anything, but the first person to break down 120 degrees to me was an earth named Love Asia. And she went to Harlem Prep. And when I had to find out why 1,137 and 1/3 miles per hour is how fast our planet travels, she was the first one to show 24 hours going to 24,896 in circumference. And I can show you one better than that. Because she only traveled at 1,137 and 1/3 miles per hour at 15 degrees. The first hour was 15 times 24, 360 degrees, just in case y'all don't know arithmetic or mathematics. So once she traveled the whole 24 hours, then you'll see why it's 24,896. But when you go from 1,137 and 1/3 miles per hour, by the time you get to 2,000 and change, it's 2,000 over 2/3. And by the time you get to the third, when it's the numerator and the denominator is both one and the same, it becomes what? A whole together. It becomes one.
Just a brief message. Peace. My name is Ron Law. I'm the lawman in the nation. So the next 3 Friday, Justice, that 3 Fridays. So September 7th, September 14th, and September 21st, we're doing 3 classes. One may be domestic violence, one may be crimes against children, and the other may be criminal trespassing, depending on the audience. Class is an hour, it always goes over because that's just how we do it. It's a question and answer. There's going to be an explanation. I'm going to explain department policy, I'm going to explain constitutional law, and I'm going to explain New York state law. I'm going to break it down because what I'm trying to do is explain to people how we get it is after we get locked up. So now, I'm sorry.
Say that again, dog.
I said I'm tired of explaining the law portion to our people after we get locked up. So hopefully there's a little bit of a preventative measure with knowing some of the law with one of us that are actually in law enforcement. So those next 3 Fridays at the Guard Hour, September 7th, September 14th, and September 21st. So just all are welcome at the school. Mecca. So all are welcome. Peace.
Hey.
What time? The Guard Hour.
You got a lot of voice.
7 p.m.
Right. What you said?
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Okay. See, that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. The things that we have lacking in the community and how we can utilize these tools to bring the babies back into fold. What is needed most in our community right now outside of what the brother got to offer? Because so many of these young is running around savvy and they don't realize what they're doing until they put the cuffs on them and throw them into the belly of the beast for 25 or 30 years. And they release you as an old man. We ain't got no business being afraid to go out there and talk to them bangers. Because fear is only false evidence appearing to be real. What you gonna do? What is your responsibility? What are you held accountable for? The reason we got this going on with a lot of these babies is because, for one, we had a chemical warfare that was dropped into our community. And a lot of us participated either through getting high or selling it, or doing both. And crack was the first drug that I ever seen that made a mother not be a mother. So if you got children being born without any unconditional love from their mother and their father, how you think that they gonna respect you? And the reason why a lot of them children is like that, because we're supposed to be the father of civilization and God of the universe, and a lot of us didn't take care of our own children that we brought into this universe. The universe is everything. The sun, moon, and stars. Get rid of that bullcrap or separate it to the point that your woman and your children don't think that they are part of it. Because it takes all of us in order for it to be a universal flag. So don't say that you God and you father of the universe and you got 10 babies because you were fruitful and multiplying, but you ain't taking care of damn one of them.
That's right.
That ain't the Father's teaching, nigga. We are held responsible. We say that what? The original man is the maker and owner, the cream of the planet Earth, father of civilization, and God of the universe. Stop passing the buck.
Number one right here.
Stop letting these individuals that come along, you don't know who's up on the internet. That's cyberspace. Who you know who you talking to? An individual can be anything, and they want to be up there. But then when you meet them in the flesh, are they all who they say they are? Do you have the time to search for that does not exist? I don't got the time. They searched for that mystery God for trillions of years and was unable to find them. But guess what? A lot of y'all is back to searching for them all over again. There's all type of 85% in that list of the 85%. Poison animal eaters nowadays ain't poison animal eaters like in the 60s, the 70s, or the 80s. Why? A question most commonly asked by those that don't know. Because we know that wisdom power from God. So I ain't gotta ask why. I know why. Why? Because they taking those animals and they injecting them with steroids and everything else. When we was growing up, it took a woman until she got to high school to start developing breasts. Outside this country, the rest of the world, the Asian population and all that before they started bringing McDonald's and all this other self-destructive food into their cipher. Them sisters didn't have their menstrual cycle until they was at least 16 or 17 years old. Because any of y'all women that know anything about cancer can start to develop in a woman's body from the time. So why you think now that when you get older, everything, all these diseases is coming to you? Because of the things the things that you put into your body. And now it's taking a toll. I'm gonna drop some science on y'all while a lot of y'all are still caught up in the matrix. I read a book when I was in college. It was called Progress Brings About Progress. I had to write a 50-page report on that. This professor didn't even care if we came to class. It was a 500-page book. And I had to read it. And it didn't make no sense. It looked like a bunch of mumbo-jumbo till I got to the third chapter. This is what we read. It stated that every man, woman, and child that is born into this universe has the right to occupy space and territory. What is the most valuable asset? Y'all frozen? Nobody ain't screamed land? Y'all ain't screamed land? Ain't everybody in the Greene that is land? Because if you got the land, what you got? You got shelter, and you got the land, what you got? You got food, and you got the land, what you got? You got clothing. But from the day that you born, from the cradle, when you come out, the womb, you are subjected to slavery. Because what you working for? You working for that shelter. What you working for? You working for that food. What you working for? You working for that clothing. When was electricity supposed to be charged? It was never supposed to be charged. The only reason why they charging you for it is because they took a meter and placed the meter on there so they can read how much charge you for it. When y'all gonna stop being blind, deaf, and dumb? We don't even talk like that no more. Everywhere you went when we got this knowledge on the train, the buses, everything, you heard the black man was gone. A lot of y'all afraid to even say that out your mouth. Y'all afraid to say that. But we walk around all the time. I'm the supreme being. I'm this, I'm that. What have you produced? I'm not saying that. Materialism and everything means nothing. But at the end of the day, you can have all the philosophy, you can have all the ideology that you want, but I bet you when you go to put that in the practice, you're going to need some money.
The world hearing the conversation, God.
But what happens when we get a show and prove the majority of the individuals they stand across the street, they smoke weed and do everything else that they got to do because they not willing to give up $10 in a job that's going to help the nation. But you'll get $10 to the weed man, you get $10 to the liquor store, you get $10 to the cocaine man, some of them are a lot more. But every time it comes to us building economically, all y'all or the majority of y'all got an excuse. Oh, I'm not giving the money to him, I'm not giving the money to her because this, that, and the third is going to happen. Well, now the shit ain't happening no more. Excuse my expression. Now what's your excuse for you not giving? And just like Shabue said, and Prince said, and everything else, if you ain't got no money and you got a skill, why you not up at the school helping build that school? Why should I have to get here now to find out that it's molded and everything? We just got to spending $23,000. Stop talking about this nation ain't got no money. This nation been had money. This nation been had money ever since they started putting the cars in the back of that school or on the side of that school. But it took all the way after this one had it and that one had it, and I don't want to say nothing because a lot of brothers is gone. So I'm not going to talk about nobody that ain't here to defend itself. But what I will tell you is that prior to it coming the way it is now, when the brothers stood up at the parliament and told them how much money was being collected every single month,
Yes.
we had problems with the money. And the problem is that, like I said, y'all became religious and traditional. And the reason why I say that is because y'all look up to certain brothers so much that even when they do something that's wrong, y'all won't stand up and speak about it because his name is this, that, and third, or he comes from this clique or that clique. If I'm wrong,
You're wrong.
I deserve to be chastised.
That's right.
I don't deserve no break because you know Shabue forever. This is not no clique. This is not no game. This is real. Stop faking. Stop being a phony. Some of y'all is this way today, and tomorrow you get amongst another group of people, and you're an entirely different person. Because you submitting to who they are instead of them submitting to who you are. What you think? You think these young gonna give you any respect when they see you walking around here, trunk, your shoes turned up, I stay fly every day, all day, because I want them to be attracted to that first. Be attracted to the jury, whatever I bring you on, because I bet you when you leave, you gonna have more riches up here than you gonna have hanging around your neck or on your finger. But in the same token, I know that this knowledge gave me the ability to be able to be comfortable in all walks of life. And when I graduated in 1980 and left out of high school, I went directly to college and graduated in 84. Matter of fact, I graduated a whole semester ahead of time. But that still didn't change my condition. You know why? Because today I could be the CEO of a major company, and if my seeds don't go through the same order that I went under, they don't stand a chance at getting the job. Because we always fought for things based on pride. That's why the whole civil rights thing with Martin Luther King nowadays, we see that aspect of it was a false reality. Why? Because we fought to ride in the front of the bus, but nowadays, where do most of us original people go when we get on the bus anyway? But to the back. So we didn't fight to own the bus. Because you know why? Those that's in power, they ain't got to worry about what their children do in school. Because as soon as their children become of age and they are bum or whatever, he said clean up, come to work, and guess what? You have been working there for 30 years, waiting on that promotion. And now it's your turn. They're going to tell you, wait a minute, I need you to teach my son how to run this. Because he owns it. And if you own something, you can tell them whatever you want to do. Or you can put whoever you want in power. Y'all need to stop being fools. And to stop being fools, like they said, it starts right here. The 5 boroughs of New York City is the foundation to the 5% nation of gods and earth. So why would anything be going on in Lakers where it takes outside influence to get the job done? That's happening because too many of y'all that's here is fighting amongst one another. This ain't about no little G's and no big G's. This ain't about the older guards and the younger guards. The old can't do without the young, and the young can't do without the old. We got to be together. I respect all my older brothers that came before me. But guess what? I went through the trenches, and I had the majority of them lie, steal, and cheat from me. Yeah. But guess what? The 5% of our older brothers, they taught it and lived it exactly the way that the law taught them is what got me here still today. Because that 5% was actually the power, and it was the truth that let me know that it ain't no other place I need to go. I done studied basketball history, I done been in the Quran, I done been in the Bible, I done been all over with this. Because you read the Law World Manifest, you get down to the wisdom code, and tell you about the four schools of thought. Like I tell individuals not bragging and boasting, we used to go in the tree of life. Tylenol right there. And we used to go in there and we used to steal books. Every pump. And them brothers in there knew we was taking them. You know how they knew we was taking them? But they stopped us one day. And you know what he said to me? And the brother, he said, y'all not stealing, y'all liberating. We was liberating ourselves with the knowledge of self. A lot of those books now is out of print. They won't bring it back in because they don't want to let you know how many of these Caucasians agree that you are the supreme being, original black man of the universe. It took me to our Introduction to African Civilization by John G. Jackson to find out that Mitri and Colonel Oprah and picked these prejudices over 12 million years ago. White and we are the original people. Why'd they shoot your nose off the Sphinx? There's so much stuff there to show you who you are. You think John Martin Jr. is shit? It's not. If you read, then you'll know that it was a John Harvey Sr. You'll know that when they came to Africa with the three ships, the good ship Jesus, the grace of God, and the angel, that they used to sing a song before they came in to enslave us. And it was called TDL, which means in the grace of God. Because we was classified as evil and all that other stuff. So they got a justification to do what they do. What did they call in the face? Current state. They went down to Alabama and they got a dude named Roy Moore. There was a prosecutor that was sending us to jail for one piece of crack for 40 years. And if you don't work in Alabama, they sort of hold you up and say, like this. But yet, this man is so belligerent and so obnoxious that what they did, they barred him from the mall for being an extreme pedophile. But yet, when it came time for him to run for office, you see him with the American flag and the cross on it, and everybody was talking about how good a man he is. Because you know why? The white woman is always going to stand up for the white man. Most of your sisters don't even know where the marriage code contract came from. The marriage code contract came about in 1863, which was the same year that the American Proclamation was created. It was not signed until 1865. But guess what went along with that? The white woman got tired of the white man abandoning her. What do I mean by that? If he was here in New York City and he had 7 kids, I understand this is the wilderness. So you still had animals and everything running around, and they carved out a little space and they made a home for themselves. And then all of a sudden, he heard it's a gold rush in the West. He left and went to the West and told her, I'm not going to carry you through this terrain. I'll come back and get you. But when he went through it, he turned around and found another white woman and made 7 more babies. So guess what the white woman said? She said, I'm tired of you abandoning me. Because the black man, contrary to belief, nowadays, from our original state, we never abandoned our children. We was made to abandon our children. So now, she said, guess what I'm gonna do to you, white man? I'm gonna make you go, and either you're gonna go in the church and marry me, or you're gonna get married before a judge. Okay? I'm gonna get a green bracelet, and I'm gonna let this go, because I can go all day. And now, when she did it that way, they said, okay, if you leave me, you gotta pay alimony. If you leave me, you gotta pay child support. How many brothers is really good to their children, but because them and that woman can't be together no more, she wanna cause him hell inside that court system. And one more thing, if y'all sisters would get off of it, see, we have barely got earth here now, but I know for myself, it was a time when I was coming here young, and I had 5 earths. And all of them was dressed in the same culture. And my main earth, Taniqua, made sure I had a crown and I had a suit to match. Everything was done by her, except for my shoe. So at the end of the day, if I got 5 women for 10 years and we got a plan, one of y'all can stay home and watch the children, while the other 4 of y'all along with me can get out there and work. 10 years, we got $250,000. We can start our own business. Because until you learn to work for yourself, you are not the maker, owner, supreme being of the planet Earth. Contrary to belief. So what y'all need to do, like I said, is take heed of what them brothers said, and don't y'all leave here and disappear, and Shabue and Prince and Virtuous and everybody else that been around and doing everything. Don't see none of y'all coming to participate with making sure that school still stands.